Hello, all you wonderful shitlords and ladies out there. This is Nobody of Consequence, officially back at it after, like, a 4-month hiatus. So, a week ago, Donald Trump won the presidential election in a stunning victory over the George Soros puppet Hillary Clinton. The shill. And over the last week, a lot of things have happened. One of the biggest things is people took to social media in droves to claim about this drastic rise in racist attacks and occurrences against minorities. Let's take a look at a few of those, shall we? As I'm stopped at a gas station this morning, a group of guys yelled over, "Time to get out of this country, Apu!" Day one. Well, how do you know they were Trump supporters? They could have just been fans of Aladdin. Went for a run this morning at 7 I've been trying to figure out how I feel. Children, high school age, screamed at me and told me to go back to Africa! Children, people! I'm not throwing a temper tantrum. Well, you could have fooled me considering your use of caps. You don't know how it feels to be me if you don't get how enraged and sad I am right now. My first racist encounter after our new joke of a president. As I am at Walmart today, a woman came up to me and pulled my hijab I think she meant off, and said, "This is not allowed anymore. So go hang yourself with it around your neck, not on your head." I am traumatized. Christ, the fucking grammar. Today, I was harassed by an older white man who presumed I was Mexican. Well, it doesn't get much more stereotypical than that, does it? I can't wait until Trump asks us to rape your people and send you back over the biggest damn wall we're going to build. Go back to hell, wetback. After saying all of that, he threw the water in his cup in my face, gave me the middle finger, and ran off. It took every fiber of my being to hold my tongue and not chase him down. I'm in tears right now. I've never been terrified of being a woman and a minority until today. So says the feeling broken thought with the Instagram doggy filter on her profile pic. I have a scarf on. Passed by someone on the platform today and he says, "Your time's up, girly." My 17-year-old cousin on her way to school. A group of white girls from her class tell her, "Shouldn't you sit in the back of the bus today?" Not even 24 hours yet, my friend's sister, who is Muslim, of course he had to mention that because what is anything without identity politics, had a knife pulled on her by a Trump supporter while on the bus by UIUC campus. Now, the strangest thing about all these is the fact that apparently none of them were reported to police. Because, it's a normal person's reaction when they're the subject of a racist attack to immediately take to social media instead of reporting to authorities. Honestly, these are most likely just cries for attention, and the worst and most terrifying part about it is the number of shares and retweets that a lot of these got. 11,000, 28,000, over 30,000 on one. It's fucking ridiculous. And it's all because the retarded leftists of this country will see something like that on social media, and because of their confirmation bias, because they already want to believe these things are true, they immediately just accept it as true, despite the fact that there is no actual evidence provided to legitimize any of it. Show me video of it happening. Bring in some witnesses. Something, for fuck's sake, other than a claim on fucking social media, and I'll believe you. But until then, I'm calling bullshit. It's just attention-seeking fuckwads trying to make everything seem worse than it actually is. Now, there are some things that actually have happened, and there is proof of them happening. Such as this particular report of an older white man being jumped by a group of black people simply because he voted for Trump. And there's video evidence of it.
You voted Trump! You voted Trump! Oh, yeah! Yeah, you voted Trump! She been saying, yeah! Oh, y'all vote. I gotta do that to her. Damn. Beat his ass! Don't vote Trump! Don't vote Trump! Don't vote Trump! That shit didn't it? Still is good. Hey, take the lighter, shit.
Or this article about an 11-year-old boy who was beaten up by his classmates because he voted for Donald Trump in his school's mock election.
Scarlett. Jonathan and Melinda, it's a Fox 26 exclusive interview with the 11-year-old boy involved and his family. They tell us they're afraid to let him go back to school.
This is America. Everybody has the right to their own opinion, and they shouldn't be beat up for it.
But just a day after Donald Trump was elected president, that's exactly what happened to an 11-year-old boy at Stafford Elementary School.
These boys decided to ask the classroom who voted for Donald Trump, because a few weeks ago they made a mock election for the president. And then I said I voted for I did, and then they come over here and started and jerked me out of my seat, and then they started before I could get up, they started kicking me and punching me.
He tells us the classroom did have a teacher present, but it felt like he was on the ground forever.
Why did it take so long for it to be stopped?
Mary and Buddy Lemon say they received a call from the principal immediately after the incident.
We went and made statements to the police officers, and then I took him to the emergency rooms.
Lemon says her son has deep bruises throughout his body. Are you afraid to go back to class?
Yes, ma'am.
Fucking terrifying, isn't it? This is the type of thing that the oh-so-loving and tolerant left think is a valid course of action just because somebody didn't vote the way they wanted them to. Because they voted for a candidate that they didn't like. And it's all because they've been pushing this bullshit narrative for the last year and a half that Trump and his supporters are these racist, sexist, homophobic, xenophobic, whatever the fuck other buzzwords you want to cram down people's throats. And they use it to justify and validate being violent towards other people because violence is okay against such hateful bigots. And if you think that's the end of it, you're wrong. Apparently, there's also been a rise in racist graffiti around the US. And while the graffiti does exist and there is photos and evidence of it, there's no proof whatsoever that Trump supporters are responsible. Let's take a look. In all honesty, I'm convinced that it's most likely the leftists themselves that are responsible for this. And I have my reasoning behind it too. One of the most damning bits of evidence is this right here. Make America white again. Now, the reason this particular bit is so damning is because that phrase specifically has been used widely by the left in an attempt to make fun of Trump's already well-known slogan of Make America Great Again. And they've spread it around all over the place. It's things like this. Yup, it's happening now. 2016, shake my head. The thing about this, look at that. 494 reacts and likes. 981 shares on this post alone. They made sure that this got everywhere. And guess what? It's fake. They photoshopped it to make Trump supporters seem like white supremacists. This is the type of thing the left does. They invented that phrase as a take on Trump's catchphrase in order to push their bullshit agenda. And to anyone claiming that the loving and tolerant left would never create hoaxes like fake racist graffiti just to support their narrative, I refer you to this incident from the past week. Here we have a story about a Muslim woman from the University of Louisiana at Lafayette. And now this started when she claimed that two men, one wearing a white Make America Great Again hat, both hopped out of a grey sedan, hit her in the back with a metal object, and then stole her hijab and her wallet. Now this made news, big news. It was all over the mainstream media, all over social media. It spread like wildfire. Turns out, she made the whole fucking thing up. She lied to her friends, she lied to police, and yeah, she eventually came out and admitted to making the whole thing up. Let's take a look at another instance from a bit further back in December of 2015. Here we have a black woman who was part of the Pan-African Students Association at Keene University in New Jersey. She apparently was organizing an anti-racism rally, but couldn't get enough people to show up. Her solution? She went on Twitter and decided to post a bunch of threatening messages saying that the black students and faculty were going to die if they showed up on campus the next day. 'Cause that's the right thing to do, apparently. Hey, liberals! Not enough racism on campus to justify your cause? Just create an anonymous Twitter account. Send out a bunch of hateful tweets. Then you can blame everything on the white supremacists. Fucking hell. Both of these stories are proof positive that the leftards are willing to do absolutely fucking anything to further their bullshit narrative. So, to summarize it all, on the one hand, the left hand, you have rampant leftists making unconfirmed claims on social media, a few proven hoaxes, and some most likely faked, hateful racist graffiti. While on the other hand, you have actual, indisputable evidence that Trump supporters are being attacked viciously, simply for being Trump supporters. And yet you still have the majority of the media, celebrities, and comedians pushing the agenda that Trump and his supporters are hateful, violent bigots that are a danger to anyone who isn't like them. Give me a fucking break. Well, that's about it. Gonna bring this video to a close now. But gonna leave you with some final bit. It's some choice parts of the hashtag not my president peaceful protests. Enjoy.
They're literally walking up and down the street, breaking every window they see. Unbelievable. There goes another one. There goes another one. There he goes again.
Hey all, thanks for watching. This has been Nobody of Consequence. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, share. You can also follow me on Twitter at Tartan Sandpaper. And I always welcome comments no matter whatever they may be. So go ahead and leave them if you got them. Other than that, I'll catch you on the flip side, you filthy fucks.